Hey kiddos, this is Mrs. Juvera and happy Friday. Great job you guys making it through another week of remote learning. We are going to be back in class next week and we cannot wait to see you guys. Alrighty kiddos, so for today's math assignments, you guys are going to be working on lesson 54 and 55. So let's go ahead and go through our directions. Part 1, you are adding. Part 1, you're doing what? Get ready. Yes, adding. Part 2, you are counting by tens. Counting by what? Get ready. Counting by tens from 10 to 100. Part 3, kiddos, it's just reviewing clocks, and we've done this before. So when we read time, we start up here, and it goes around the clock. That is called clockwise. Called what? Ready? Yes, clockwise. These big numbers are the hours. They're the what? Ready? Yes, the hours. And then if we want to count our minutes, we count by fives. We count by what number? Ready? Yes, fives. We've learned that on our clock there are two hands. We have the long hand and the short hand. The long hand is the minute hand. The long hand is the what? Ready? Yes, the minute hand, and the short hand is the hour hand. The short hand is the what, Garrity? Yes, the hour hand. So on part 4, kiddos, you're going to fill in these big numbers around the clock. So it says 12. What number comes next? You guys can double check your work with this clock right here. So go and fill in the numbers around the clock and then label which hand is the hour, which hand is the minute hand. All right, you do not need to tell me the time. If you would like to, just for extra practice, we've learned how to tell time, kiddos. You're more than welcome to write the time off to the side, but you do not have to. All you have to do is label the big numbers that are missing. Which one is the hour? Which one is the minute hand? All right, on part 5, on lesson 54, so part 5, you guys are adding. Part 5, you're doing what, Gertie? Yes, adding. Part 6, you're using the calendar to answer these questions. Remember, when we count days, we're counting side to side. We're counting how? Ready? Yes, side to side. So whenever we see that word after, what word? Ready? Yes, after. You count after the number, but you do not count the number you start on. So letter A, what number is 3 days after 4? We find number 4. We count 3 days after. So we go 1, 2, 3. So that number would be 7. Now when we count weeks, we count up and down. We count how? Ready? Yes, up and down. It says 3 weeks after. So when we count after for weeks, we go down. We go how? Ready? Yes, down. So we find our 4 and we count 3 weeks after it. 1, 2, 3. So that number I fill in is 25. Okay, you guys will do the rest of those problems on your own. Part 7, you are adding and subtracting. So pay attention to those signs. For part 8, you have 2 fact families. We have 2, 7, 9, and then 1, 5, and 6. You're going to write me 2 addition facts. You're going to write me what? You ready? Yes, 2 addition facts and 2 subtraction facts. And 2 what? Ready? Yes, and 2 subtraction facts. You got it, kiddos. All right, so whenever we start with our addition facts, we always have our 2 small numbers, and it has to equal our big number. It has to equal our what? Get ready? Yes, our big number. So I will do this one as an example for you guys. So one addition fact is 2 plus 7, whoa, it's a big 7, equals 9. And then we switch our small numbers. 7 plus 2 equals 9. Okay, so then for this one, you're using these numbers, and then you'll just switch around those small numbers, and it has to equal the big number. Okay, and then when we do our subtraction facts, we are going backwards. So we always start with the big number. We always start with what, Gertie? Yes, the big number. So I write 9 first. We're subtracting, so I write my subtraction sign. I'm going to start with this small number first, so minus 2 equals my other small number, which is 7. And then down here, I just flip it. So I write 9 minus 7 equals 2. So I just switch around those 2 small numbers. And that's what you're going to do on this side as well. Whoa, that was not erased. There we go. All right, kiddos, that is lesson 54. Let's go over lesson 55. Lesson 55, at the top, you're going to count by tens. Count by what, Gertie? Yes, count by tens. For part 2, kiddos, we're going to look at the answer and then write an addition fact for it, okay? So the answer is 14. What number, Gertie? Yes, 14. The number that's in the tens place, so remember this is the tens column, is a 1. It is a what, Gertie? Yes, it's a 1, but because it's in the tens place, we write 1, 0. And the number in the ones place is 4. The number in the ones place is what number, Gertie? Yes, 4. So I write 4 right here. So 10 plus 4 equals 14. Okay, so on all of these kiddos, all of the numbers in the tens place are ones. So that means all of the numbers up top are going to be tens, and then down here in this row, you fill in the numbers that are in that one spot. Okay, so they're all gonna look very similar to this one. They all start with 10 up here. And then what number do you add to get this number? Okay. All right, so part 3, you guys are adding by 2s. So you're adding 2 to each number. Part 4, you're going to label the clock. So this one has all the numbers missing. This one has some numbers there for you. This one is also missing some numbers. So you're going to label just those big numbers going around the clocks. And then you're going to tell me which one's the hour hand, minute hand. Okay, so right on these little lines, you're going to write an H and M, H, M, H, M. All right, if you would like to write the time off to the side, you're more than welcome to. You do not have to though, kiddos. All right, in the back part of lesson 55, you're going to use you're going to use this calendar to answer these questions. Remember how you count your days and your weeks. Part 6, you are adding. Part 6, you're doing what? Ready? Yes. Part 6, you are adding. Part 7, you're adding. Part 7, you're doing what? Ready? Yes, you're also adding there. Part 8, you're going to use this graph to circle whatever it's asking you to circle. And part 9, give me 2 addition facts and 2 subtraction facts for this fact family. Alrighty, kiddos, I know there's a lot of worksheets for this last day of remote learning, but you guys can do it. You guys are going to do such a great job, and I cannot wait to see you guys in class on Monday. All right, kiddos, you guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you next week. Bye.